Okay, the libraries are feeling the cost of the e-book popularity. Do you go to the library at all, Reeves?
Only when it's necessary.
What does that mean?
If I need to look something up, if I need to go and use a computer or something like that, then I'll go to the library.
Okay. Well, they say libraries are caught in a bind right now with these ebooks and digital audiobooks. It's not like they can just go out and buy the physical book because they can do that. But people are requesting ebooks and audiobooks. But with digital, it's more like leasing a car because they got to pay way more, sometimes 3 to 4 times the price as regular people pay because they have to use licensing to be able to use the books or the audio book. So you buy the book, it's a one-time fee, you own the book, it sits in your inventory, right? If you use the audio book or the digital ebook, then you have to pay for that ebook and you're paying more money. So they're saying that when those licenses expire or hit checkout time, there's a problem. They got to repurchase or lose the access. And that's why you sometimes see those long wait lists on popular titles because the libraries can't buy unlimited copies like you think that they should be able to get access to. It's just a different type of game, okay? They're saying that they're trying to balance serving the community with these wild publisher prices and restrictive terms. Now, publishers set the rules and the high prices. So it's not like, hey, this book is $15 and this ebook is $15. You're licensing it out and they can charge whatever fee that they want. And there's only a 2 year limit on the ebook license. They charge the libraries a whole lot more for ebooks and digital audiobooks, sometimes up to 5 times the consumer price. And they also slap on a license that expires after a certain time and or a set number of checkouts. So let's just say you checked it out. They have a 25 limit checkout time. Anything over 25, you got to relicense it. So it's more like a lease and not an own. All right. So when libraries get the digital title, they don't own it in perpetuity like a physical book. They're basically leasing it for a limited period of uses. And that means that a library's digital collection is always a moving target and they're constantly having to renew licenses just to keep popular titles available. And those long wait times are a budget issue, not because they just don't have it. And if you're tired of waiting on a popular book, it's usually because those libraries can only afford a limited number of copies due to the high costs and restrictive licensing models. So convenience is king and no need to trek to the library, just download it and read it. That's the real convenience, right? As opposed to just going out and saying, I want to buy the physical book. If you want that convenience, you can download it on your phone. You only get X amount of time. You got to send it back. Somebody else gets it. Accessibility for all. People with a low with vision challenges. Many ebook platforms allow for adjustable font sizes and other accessibility features, making reading easier on the eyes. So it could help somebody get the information that they need. Those ebooks keep your mind sharp. Reading is crucial for cognitive health, and having easy access to vast array of titles keep those brain cells firing up. And you also get to learn new genres or authors, and they're saying that can allow you to broaden your horizons. So this is interesting. The libraries are in a bind, and they don't know what to do because they can't afford the books. Question that I have, what do you think of the library ebook situation? One, libraries are in a catch 22. Two, who is going to fund this project? Three, libraries must adapt. Four, I wouldn't offer ebooks. Or five, pass the cost on to the consumer or the customer. 1 through 5, let me know in the comments. What do you think of the library ebook situation? Reeves, your thoughts?
Well, I'm surprised they still have libraries. with AI and Gemini, Perplexity, all these new things coming along, what's the use of a library now? When all you have to do is get on AI and whatever you need to know, it's going to tell you. You don't have to read a book when AI can summarize the whole book for you and do the report for you and everything else. What you need a book for?
Mm.
Now, we talk about AI and how it's taking over and how it's going to take over all these different jobs and everything. These librarians better watch out too, because their jobs is in the balance too.
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Yeah. I think that you should pass the cost off on to the customer because they're the ones that want it. And if there's a high demand, just charge $5 to be able to rent it out. It'll at least offset the cost.
Right.
Maybe $10, because if they're charging 4 and 5 times the amount of the ebook, why not say, hey, if you want this book in this branch or in this county or in this city, then help us out.
Then you know what? My whole thing is pass the cost off. Just what they do with everything else. When the tariffs hit, what they do? They pass the cost off to us.
I just think that libraries must adapt. I don't know if who's going to fund it. This should be a city council issue. This should be a government issue. I don't know who's going to fund it. Maybe some donor will be saying, hey, here's $100,000 going towards this project. I don't know if that would help.
And Mama D says that's why these kids can't read. Right, because of audio books and all that.
I don't know, man. This is so messed up at this point, man, because to your point, we're in a situation where if you feed the AI the content of the book, then it's already going to be trained on that method anyway. So a new author, remember Meta and Google, was it Google? It was another company. It was Meta and somebody else. They just won the court case against the authors. And they said that you could use their copyrighted works because they actually purchased the book. And they basically ripped the pages off and fed it into the AI. And that was deemed legal. I don't know how that's not copyright issue, but we're looking at the the last days of a public library. And maybe, like you said, to your point, Reeves, the librarians' days are pretty much over with. I remember when I first went out of the country to go play basketball for the first time, I remember vividly going to the library to go pull out an encyclopedia to learn as much as I could on Turkey and what was Istanbul like, what was the weather like, what was the currency. Now you have Google for that. You have AI for that, right? So back then that was something that was big, but now who goes to the library unless you need to go use a computer or you're looking for something from a digital perspective? Gone are the days of people in the masses. I remember the summer reading program. You would read X amount of books and you get the personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut, right? Those days are gone. I don't even know how many people even encourage their kids to even go to the library. Everything's on the phone now. Everything's digital. So it's a scary situation, scary times of where we're living at. So libraries are in a catch-22. I think we're in a situation where we got to figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. The days are numbered for libraries. I'm surprised we still have them. The times are changing so rapidly and AI is taking over everything that, shoot, we just don't know. Everything is limited right now.
Yeah. So In the Trading says kids are getting a better education than ever. Even the cartoons are even educational now. It's funny because I watched Bluey for the first time, didn't know what it was, and I said, yeah, let me just watch it, see what these cartoons are talking about. And I saw that it was educational, and it was like, you know what, that's not a bad show. I don't have kids, so there's no reason for me to watch, but for me to have it on, I actually watched about a good hour of Bluey. And it was like, this is really cool. And it was like, Bluey know what he doing. So I was very impressed with what I saw. So, I mean, the learning ways, unfortunately, the TV is bad for you. I remember as a kid, there was only so much TV you could get a week. Now, TV is babysitting the kids. So
Right.
that's just where we're at these days. So I don't know, man.
And like,
It's the Lab Tech Show. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.com. Embrace it or get left behind.
Alrighty then.